Hello, everybody, and welcome. All right, so let's do it again. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of Seven Black Experience. My name is Rafael Cacinas, known as El Capitan Rafucho. And of course, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, because right now, finally, we just won against the Chiefs. And right now, I had a special guest right now because I consider him as one of the amazing content creators on Raiders YouTube. And he provides everything about for the play-by-play, and this man is totally awesome, and I support him since day one, and that man deserves my respect. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, on this one, all right, hold on a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you a man without filter. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Benter, RaiderBen, how's it going? Welcome.
What's going on, Rafa? Salute everybody. Much love. Thanks for having me. Ready to talk some fucking football.
Yeah,
Fuck
there
the
you go.
Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs for sure. You feel me?
All right, there you go.
Colts
So
too.
right now, all right, so right now, let's see what happens for the first topic right now. So let's just see what happens. All right, so the first top we just talking about between Raiders versus Chargers, which have made history at the franchise. So the second stop of the revenge tour after 3 years, the Raiders beat the Chiefs. I mean, that was like totally amazing. I mean, they just pulled the ultimate Raiders move possible because they're just like a perfect Christmas gift for all the holidays. I mean, I was incredible because we just see like not only the performance of Jack Jones, but also we just saw Eden O'Connor. And we just see Eden O'Connor defeats Mahomes in three different things. Then they didn't pass the ball, run the ball, and they just let Mahomes implode. And we just see where they got it. The defense and the offense just made it right against for the Chiefs. And that was just like a long time ago because after the 2020 season, we just beat the Chiefs. And then on Christmas Day, we just beat the Chiefs on Christmas Day. And right now, Antonio Pierce is having the best moment of his life, not only about for the defense, but also about for the Eden O'Connor, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. So I gotta tell you this, RaiderBen. So any thoughts about the perfect gifts, the perfect Christmas gift between Raiders versus Chargers? Versus
Versus the Chiefs.
yeah, versus the Chiefs. That was on Christmas. Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm always happy to beat the Chiefs, man. If you look at the overall series record out of the Raiders and every team in our division, the Raiders own the Chargers, the Raiders own the Broncos, but the Chiefs own the Raiders. It's the one team in the AFC West that has had the Raiders number throughout the years. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes has had plenty of success against the Raiders. The Raiders have only beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead like twice in 20 years. And that was like one of them was, I believe, 2021 with Derek Carr and Henry Ruggs had the big game. And then just recently, this past Sunday, where, the Raiders, for the most part, completely dominated the Chiefs. If you were to tell me, going into this game that the Raiders weren't going to have any completed passes after the first quarter and Aiden O'Connell was going to have 60 yards passing and the Raiders were going to beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, I'd have called you crazy. But you got to give a huge shout out to the defense. Malcolm Kuntz has a career game, biggest game of his career so far. Why he was in the doghouse, I have no idea. Just Josh McDaniels being Josh McDaniels, I suppose. The defense as a whole just completely dominated the game. Jack Jones, back-to-back weeks with a touchdown. Fucking made it look real spicy too against Mahomes, stared him down the whole shit. So that was great. Another big man touchdown. So back-to-back weeks, we have a pick six and a big man touchdown. So it was just good to see the Raiders defense just completely and absolutely dominate the Kansas City Chiefs team. That we haven't whooped the Chiefs like that in a while. And I know the score wasn't like we whooped them, but if you watch that game, the Raiders physically dominated the Chiefs from the first start. From the first snap, the Chiefs offense, we dominated them. They weren't doing that.
Yeah,
We had Patrick Mahomes running for his life the entire game. So
yeah, and I know because the Raiders defense has a lot of touchdown in just 5 of the last 3 drives, and these are allowed it. I mean, imagine this because we just had the eighth best scoring defense in the NFL because they didn't have the scoring defense in the top half of the league since the 2002 Super Bowl round. I mean, I haven't seen enough of it to see they should get to the permanent because the players still love him because he brought the bye. Because
good chat.
I just know, I just know for the beginning they just knew the Raiders defense wasn't good, but they completely stammered and limited the field goals. I mean, Antonio Pierce is here like a full-time job maker for the defense for the first time at the millennium. I mean, there's too much talk to do, and they're gonna bring this somebody energy right now. So yes, I just wanted to see what are the comments right now. Salute to Raider Paul, Running Dogs. Also, we got Fletstown, Trump City's in the building, D Menace, Lake Show Raider, also Alfredo. Yes, we just see for the chat right now. So salute to the chat. All right, so after we did this, because there's a second topic right now. So I gotta tell you this. Should Antonio Pierce could have a full-time job as a Raiders head coach? Because at first, because we just dumped the experiment between Josh Daniels, Dave Ziegler, and of course Jimmy Garoppolo. Right now, we just had Champ Kelly, Bo Hardegree, Antonio Pierce. I mean, they're just like a full buy. But do you think that Antonio Pierce should have a full-time job as a Raiders head coach for the next season? Because I will tell you for this one, because we don't have any time to hire a big name coach, for example, Jim Harbaugh, because it didn't happen. Because when it comes to Antonio Pierce, he just captured the essence of the Raiders, because I know he just won a Super Bowl with the New York Giants, but he just brought the essence for years, and he just brought to the top of the level at the Raiders defense and the offense. And I think that Antonio Pierce should be hired for one more season to see how the team's gonna bribe. And of course, we just see a lot of aggression, a lot of swag. I mean, what can I say about it? Antonio Pierce should be hired as a full-time job. So what do you think about it, RaiderBen?
No, so I like Antonio Pierce a lot. I like the attitude that he brings to the team. Obviously him being a former player, former Super Bowl champion, he can connect with the players a little bit differently, right? Because he's played the game at the highest level and won at the highest level. So, when you see, former coaches out there that's coaching right now, for example, Dan Campbell for the Lions. There's a couple more, but that's one that definitely does ring a bell for me. He's one of the better coaches in the league right now, even though it took him a couple seasons to get going. But he's pretty good. I wasn't trying to make a big deal over Josh McDaniels saying that he ain't a rah guy and he ain't a leader of men. I completely take that back, because you see what Antonio Pierce is doing with the same team because he's a leader of men. These guys respect him. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you don't have to be a great defensive guy, a great offensive guy when it comes to being a head coach. The main job of a head coach is to be a leader of men and pretty much being a supervise everything that's going on. You know what I mean? You're pretty much the front line. You feel me? Like when you see the old school war movies with the horses all lined up, there'd be the fucking main dude, right? The one guy walking back and forth with the horses trying to get everybody fired up, right? That's Antonio Pierce. You know what I mean? He just let the team fall where they should and just be a leader, get these guys fired up and want to go out there and play. And that's what Antonio Pierce does. He brings, a swag to the Raiders. That is the Raiders swag, which is we're going to go out there and we're going to beat you up physically. Yeah, we might lose the game, but you're going to feel us once the game's over. You're going to feel us on Monday. You're going to feel us on Tuesday. You're going to feel when you play the Raiders, you're going to know you just got done playing the Raiders. And that's where the Raiders are at right now. That's the reason why we beat Kansas City. Just out physicaled them from the very beginning of the fucking game. You know what I mean? So I do like keeping Antonio Pierce as the head coach. But if we choose to do that, we got to have a great offensive mind around him. Because our offense is struggling right now. We can say it's on Aiden, we can say it's on Bo Hardegree. But at the end of the day, if the Raiders had a viable offense right now, we would be a lot better than we are. The fact that we've got 7 wins already, and we're fucking we've had all the shit that we've had this year, almost like the 2021 season when we lost Ruggs and Gruden. I mean, we just lost our head coach. We fired our head coach this year. You know what I'm saying? We've pretty much been going through a fucking carousel of quarterbacks, before we stuck with Aiden. So if the Raiders are able to find a way to make the playoffs, and even if we don't, we finish the season on a 4-game winning streak, whatever, 3 games, and we finish 9-8. It spells big for Antonio Pierce, and I honestly feel like Antonio Pierce already got the job. That win in Kansas City was just the staple of being the head coach, the icing on the cake, because we had something the Raiders can't do. We haven't been able to do that. So the fact that he was able to do that, it spells huge for him.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a great shot right now. I mean, Antonio Pierce because the wrestling is on the grass right now because you can tell that it's more coordinated with the Pierce at the helm because for that one, the quarterback situation ain't great. But the team culture seems very stronger, and right now that guy is earning a shot because even though they're spiraling, winning against the Chiefs and the Chargers, which is a product of the revenge tour. I mean, it didn't grow up on trees because it's very impressive. I mean, that was a regardless of it is still because I think this is gonna be like a great chance because he really deserves a shot. I mean, hopefully Mark Davis he did like the right thing because we don't want to do the same mistakes like Mark Davis could hire Rich Biscacci and then because I had to do this because the way I had to turn it around for because it should be had like this because that man, which is Antonio Pierce, he embodied about the Raiders football and he knows about it. I mean, for that one, because at the beginning of the season, because if you had Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, they're ruining about the offense. But when it comes to Antonio Pierce and Champ Kelly, they just keep like a different vibe. I mean, the defense has become very impressive. They had an amazing performance. I mean, if they wanted to hear this president playing the sheep with the offense, I mean, what offensive mind would have been? What's the plan for the quarterback position and also for the head coach? I mean, that could have been if they could have same the job. I mean, the main worry is because they needed to complete rebuild it. I mean, after all these years, we just got the perfect man to see to embody about the Raiders football, and I love it. I mean, that man, which is Antonio Pierce, I just deserve like a one more season because we don't have any time to hiring out like a big name coaching like Jim Harbaugh. It's not happening because if we got like a man like Antonio Pierce who embrace all the Raiders football, then we are okay with that because we just brought the aggression and everything. I mean, the Raiders are back. We cannot stop that. So who's gonna stop us? There's nothing. I mean, after we just see the performance against Chargers and Chiefs, there's nothing can stop us. There's nothing can stop us.
Yeah, I feel like the Raiders are at a point to where um, it's late in the year. You know, it's December football, January football, and how you want to win in these stretches of the year is you want to be able to run the football and you want to be able to play defense. And if there's a couple things the Raiders have been doing right the last couple of games against the Chargers and the Chiefs, we've been running the ball extremely well, well over 4 yards a carry. And we're playing good defense. You know what I mean? Back to back games where we've had defensive touchdowns, and that's huge, and if the Raiders can continue to do that, if we can continue to run the football and continue to play defense and create turnovers, the Raiders have a shot. I said this in the beginning of the year before the year started. The only way the Raiders are going to make the playoffs or have a winning record is we got to be on the positive side of the plus minus. Right now, we're still on the negative side. A lot of it has to do with Jimmy Garoppolo's 9 interceptions. But we're getting turnovers right now at an alarming rate. We've created the most turnovers so far this year, besides the 2016 season. So, in the 2016 season, we went to the playoffs. Unfortunately, Derek Carr broke his leg that year, but, our defense played lights out for the most part, played bend, don't break for the most part and created turnovers. So I like that. I like that's what we're seeing out of the defense this year. But, all in all around our defense is way better this year than it was in 2016. But just the plus minus is killing us with all those interceptions. So,
Yeah, and of course it that because right now let's just move on for the next topic right now because since we're talking about for the possibilities right now, so this is the playoff scenario for the Las Vegas Raiders because for the Raiders they must win 2 games against Colts and Broncos, but for the Chiefs they just had must lose 2 games against for the Bengals and Chargers. I know the last time we just made it to the wild card since 2021-22 against Cincinnati Bengals, where we just lost it because of Joe Burrow and all these things. But the playoff scenario, it might be a little bit tricky, but we had so many hopes right now. And there are so many fans that say, oh, Raiders couldn't happen for the playoffs. But if we just had like a much aggression, swagger, like we just did against Chargers, against Chiefs, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities to go to the playoffs or even at the wild card. And even imagine that if the Chiefs just lost against 2 games for the rest of the season, I mean, we can clinch it about for the conference right now. So they could tell me crazy about it, but there's a lot of possibilities to make it to the playoffs. So anything could happen for the Raiders could make to the playoffs. I mean, we just had Antonio Pierce, a lot of great weapons, players, a lot of talent. So the Raiders could make to the playoffs or the wild card.
So it's crazy to think, right, Rafa, that, barring the season that we've had so far, like we've looked extremely bad at times. We've gone on 2-3 game losing streaks this season. You know what I mean? To think that we're in, I wouldn't say we're in the driver's seat, but we're at a time where the Raiders can go out there and win the division, right? Win the division, something that this Raiders team hasn't done in fucking over 2 decades.
yeah,
So to think that, that this is where the Raiders are at this point, the season is insane, right? Because if you would have told me, like I said, man, after all the shit that we've overcome this year, that, all we had to do was win out and the Chiefs lose out and we would win the division. Once again, bro, I'd call you crazy, right? Because usually the Raiders aren't in this spot. The Raiders need to take advantage. Once again, I said it earlier when I was playing Madden that, I try not to worry about what other teams do. Like, I'm not trying to, have to worry about other teams losing or whatever. Like, the Raiders need to worry about the Raiders. If the Raiders worry about themselves, everything, in my opinion, if it's meant to be, will fall in place. It's going to be tough, for the Chiefs to lose to the Bengals and the Chargers. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, that would be crazy. It would be a very unfortunate series of events for the Chiefs, but it's I'm not saying it can't happen. The Bengals have played, at times really well with that new quarterback they have. Obviously, they got their ass whooped last week against the Steelers. And, the Chargers got Easton Stick. Who's to say that he can't get upset? So I would love to
yeah,
see this team win the division. But at the end of the day, I just want to see this team continue to get better. And defensively, the Raiders are going to finish the season strong. I expect them to. And as long as we continue to have something to build on for next year, that's exciting.
yeah, that's exactly because there's a lot of possibilities to make it happen. I mean, let's just see for the comments right now. I will see Alfredo is in here. Also, John Raiders in the building. Also, Rodin W to say for the comment right now. We had to consider Jimmy Garoppolo in these final games. Also, Raider Peter to say, Joe, Ben, and Rafa, good evening. I'm still ready for Christmas. Possibilities are real after all these crazy weeks. And for now, let's see for the comment right now. So, Demanda said, look at a great question. So, who you guys want a AOC like offensive coordinator? That's a very interesting question, Demenis. So I don't know if I can start first or you can start first. If
I
you want
would
to.
I wouldn't mind bringing in Frank Wright. Frank Wright's not a great fucking head coach, but he's a good offensive coordinator. If I'm not mistaken, he was the offensive coordinator when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind bringing him in. There's another dude too, man. I can't think of his name. I seen him on Twitter. I really don't look into that at this point of the year because right now we still got ball going on. Once the season's over, then I'll start looking at candidates and shit. But I wouldn't mind bringing in Frank Wright. Frank Wright's solid. He's respected around the league. He's got a solid offense. Obviously, as a head coach, it didn't work out for him. At one point, he did have the Colts playing well. At one point, and then they kind of fell off. If I'm not mistaken, he was the head coach when we played him in 2021 when we had to beat them when Hunter Renfrow had that crazy ass catch. Pretty sure Frank Wright was their head coach then. So he has a good offense. But at the end of the day, I got to see who else is candidates. So we'll see. I would love to bring in that dude from the Lions, but obviously he's going to get a head coaching gig somewhere. So
that's right. All right. So they did say that Michael Trujillo to say, bro, if we had Joe Flacco for this season, he's tearing it up. All
yeah, Joe
right.
Flacco's fucking the Jets up right now. Joe Flacco's been playing well.
Yeah,
He's been playing extremely well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's just move on for the next topic right now. So let's just see about it. All right, so the keys for the victory between Raiders versus Colts is going to be on December 31, which is on New Year's Eve. I mean, this should be like really interesting, folks. I mean, Raiders versus Colts. I mean, they just had 8 wins for the Colts.
That's his name. I was thinking about Rolling Dubs. Sorry, Rafa.
All right, so let's just have it for the key to the victory right now. So I just wanted to tell that what better place to have to go for the essential keys for the success of the Raiders right now? We just established again with the running game with Josh Jacobs. Also, we had to establish much aggression and swagger with Aaron O'Connor. The defense must step it up to a level because there's a many to keep the momentum against the Napoli Colts, which is on New Year's Eve. I mean, the hopes to revive the U moment, but right now the young Bucks have to keep it going. I mean, Jack Jones has turned the season for this claim out for the Ravens with his high school head coach Antonio Pierce. I mean, beyond with this highlight plays that was locked down for the coverage for the last days and the started Sabian. I mean, Jack Jones could be like everything. I mean, also there is Malcolm Coons. I mean, who thought that the week number 10 is the sixth highest pass rush grade among edge rushers? And who even thought that Chandler Jones' fiasco could make it to the Malcolm Coons awakening? I mean, Coons is a very problem, but the Colts had the same players are better than Reagan. But Coons is in another level. He's the type of a dog, and I mean, he just see like at the performance. I mean, just give it like the kid like a great extension from Malcolm Coons and Chandler Jones. I don't know about it, but I just wanted to tell you what's the key to the victory between Las Vegas Raiders versus Indianapolis Colts in a Pittsburgh at the New Year's Eve.
Well, first and foremost, they're going to want to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor. And if they're not able to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor, they have a running back by the name of Zach Moss that's pretty fucking good as well. So they have an established running game. They got a good offensive line. Their quarterback is a game manager. Gardner Minshew is a game manager. He as long as he's not turning the football over, they got a good shot. As long as they protect him, he's got a good shot. The Colts are coming off a 28-10 loss to the Atlanta Falcons, who are not very good. They have a good defense. I think they're ranked like 7th. They're like our defense and the Falcons defense is somewhat comparable. So what the Raiders are going to have to do is we're going to have to be able to stop the run. Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss cannot beat us because that's what they're going to try to do. And then once we stop the run, we got to get after Minshew. Minshew, like I said, he's a game manager. He'll take sacks, and he will turn the ball over. So, we got to get after him. We've got to pretty much, for the most part, on defense, just establish our dominance along the defensive line, on their offensive line. I think we can because our defensive line's been playing lights out so far this season, at least for the last 6 or 7 games. Now, offensively, what we need to be able to do offensively is we got to engineer some sustainable drives. You know what I mean? What up, everybody? Chat, fucking Earn. What up, Anthony Vizio? Right. So Willie Wayne. So what the Raiders need to do offensively, we need to have sustainable drives, dude. We got to be able to go down and pick up, 4 or 5 first downs on a drive and wear their defense out, because if we're going to be relying on our defense to score touchdowns, we're not really going to be able to do much. And in all honesty, if you take away them 2 defensive touchdowns by the Raiders, we probably lose to the Chiefs. So we got to have some kind of sustainable offense. The wide receivers got to stop dropping the ball. When the ball hits you in your hand, you got to catch it. I don't give a fuck if it's behind you. High balls are somewhat understandable, but when the ball hits you in your hand, you got to catch it. Aiden O'Connell struggled outside of the first quarter, but he had a lot of big drops. And when you're talking about a young rookie quarterback, you want to have, consistent, passes and completions to get your quarterback in rhythm. And every time Aiden O'Connell had a chance to get in rhythm, it was boom, drop, so we can't have those, and run the football, obviously, right? Sustain the drives, run the football, don't turn the ball over. What up, big one?
All right. Yeah, also, I just got up for the chats right now, so let's just see what I got. Also, there is Wits Media, a good shot with Hayden. They will get through this. Also, we just got for everything. All right, so I had another guest on backstage. I know you people, do you like it? Also, you just
no, I don't like that guest. Tell that guest to go fuck himself. I'm the star of the show. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't worry about that. But there's a guest that I really like it. I mean, he's just like a part of the family. So
he said, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to say much love and blessings, because right now he is the president of the Brown Crackers. There you go right now.
Oh, I can't talk, Twan. I thought that was somebody else. I can't do that to Twan. What's good with your boy?
Hey, Ben, I'll say it for you. I can fuck myself because I love myself.
Yo, the Jets just tipped a Joe Flacco pass in the air on the pass rush. This dude was blitzing him. He tried to throw over his head. He tipped it up and caught it and ran it for a touchdown.
It's about time, man. Hey, blessings to everybody in the chat, man.
What's good,
Hey,
Twan?
hey, but how you guys doing, man?
You know, chilling, man. Enjoying the Chiefs victory, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Chiefs.
Yes,
something
sir.
you can't say very often, man, that we beat the Chiefs, man, especially in Arrowhead. So I'm living it up. Motherfuckers saying it's the Raiders Super Bowl. No, this is far from my Super Bowl, but I'm gonna live this one up for sure.
Yeah, the score didn't even equate to the handling
what I said.
Put on them.
Yeah, we beat them so bad that score didn't dictate shit, bro. If you watch that game, they were physically dominated from the beginning of the game. Patrick Mahomes, I've never seen Patrick Mahomes have to run so much in his life outside of that game, dude. He was every single time he dropped back to pass, he was running.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. Like I've never seen our defensive line be that intimidating. I said that when we played the Chiefs the first time, dude. Max Crosby is Patrick Mahomes' worst nightmare, dude. He's physically intimidated by Max Crosby. We try so hard to get away from Max, he'll just run right into the hands of Kuntz. He don't give a fuck. He wants to get away from Max.
You know there was a problem when their leaders, both of their leaders, were losing their stuff on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? When you see leaders, captains losing their stuff on the sideline, you know we were giving them a problem.
And Kelsey was pissed, bro. Like not only did he throw his helmet, because we seen Devontae Adams throw his helmet, right? But when Kelsey threw his helmet, he threw that shit with reckless abandon. Like he didn't give a fuck if that hit anybody, because that bitch straight rocketed off the ground. When Devontae Adams threw his shit, he made sure it didn't hit nobody. So Kelsey was on a different level of anger. He didn't give a fuck if he hit the cameraman, the kid in the front row. He didn't give a fuck who he hit with that helmet. He threw that bitch. Pow! And I'm like, oh yeah, we in this bitch's head, bro.
Yeah.
We were, I ain't gonna lie, if you go back and look at it, dude, we were kind of beating him up on the line of scrimmage, bro. Like, we weren't letting him get a ton of free releases, and that's how you got to treat that bitch, dude. He don't like getting hit. As soon as he comes off the line, just put an elbow right into his rib cage as he come off the line. You know what I'm saying? Every single time, and it slows him down. So, and that's exactly what the Raiders did, bro. We slowed that bitch down. Because they didn't have nobody else to throw to.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I had another one. Pizzle, how's it going?
Oh, fuck Pizzle. Hey, kick him the fuck out. Kick him back out. Welcome.
I know how Ben really feels about me. I know.
Hey, with that said, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
All right.
I'll just play.
Boy, everybody hating on
Pizzle's here. I gotta go.
I hear you. Everybody's abandoning ship and shit. It's like I'm Josh.
Came up with that shark, bro. Of course I'm trying to get off the ship. G, fuck you mean we got a shark on board? I'm trying to get off board. G, you heard?
How you doing, Pizzle?
Good. How you doing? How was your holidays? How's your family doing?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, but this is
about
like
this Raider victory. Like Ben says, we gotta sustain more of these drives. We gotta get more offense out of AO4.
Yeah,
we can't get any offense outside the first quarter. It's gonna be all bad.
And I don't want to put Jimmy Garoppolo in the game, bro, because I'm afraid he's gonna turn the ball over, bro. He's gonna start turning the ball over, bro.
No, bro, that would be the worst thing I think we could do.
So let me be real, because I'm always gonna keep it a beat there, right? Like. I think the Raiders would probably have a better offense with Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm gonna just be real. But the thing is that we may start turning the ball back over again, dog. And if we turn the ball over, we're gonna be trash. That's the biggest thing, bro. It's like if he can come in and manage a game and not turn the ball over, we probably have a better chance of scoring with Jimmy. But if he comes in and turns the ball over, bro, fuck that. We're gonna lose. Like, that's one thing I'll give Aiden O'Connell. Like, he might not be lighting up the charts and shit, but at least he's not turning the ball over.
He didn't turn the ball over last week. That's important for sure. That's the first thing he didn't do. And as long as he doesn't do that, we're good.
We got to be able to run the football and play defense and don't turn the ball over and create.
But you know they're going to do this week, dude. They're going to shut down the run. They're going to sell out for the run, and they're going to make AO4 beat them through.
Fuck that. That's exactly what the motherfucking Chiefs tried to do, and they couldn't stop Zamir White.
Yeah, but everybody's personnel is different. Everybody's personnel is different.
The Chiefs have a better defense than the Colts, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't, but everybody has a different. Like I said, everybody has a different how they're gonna attack it.
Ain't no Kano
Yeah.
about to go out there and throw for 350, bro, and 3 tugs.
Should
You
I
know,
hope so?
and that's what I said. I think like last week was, I called it a perfect storm. You know, even with Aiden O'Connell playing, you know, not well in the past, him not turning the ball over, and our running game being what it was, it helped us with time possession and everything else. So I think, and I agree with you, man. I don't know about if him going for 350,
I
but
know, I'm just capping. I hope so, though.
I
If
think
he does, though, I called it, G. You're
I,
right here on Rafa shit.
I think he will play a better. I think his offense will be a little bit better this coming week, just because of, you know, him sitting there and knowing that he hasn't played well. Let's be honest, he hasn't played well the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can step that up.
Well, shit,
Yeah,
ain't no
that's
Kano
Well,
right.
not
played
the
good
past
against
2
the
weeks. I'm talking
Chargers.
about not the past 2 weeks. I'm talking about, you know, he had that game where we didn't score
Yeah,
any.
he's only had one good game since he's really been a starter, bro.
Yeah.
I agree with what Anthony
Soda.
said. And he's had one good game.
Yeah.
Where he actually,
Yeah,
for
he
the
threw
most
4
part, put up
TDs.
good numbers and shit and pretty much won the game.
He had a 4 TD game. That was a good game. He put up 28.
I mean, I'll take that, though, bro, out of a 4th-round draft pick that wasn't even expected to
But-
start.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
we could even get, if we can get that consistently, 2 or 3 a game consistently without interceptions or fumbles.
It's tough, though, when you're having to fucking use a fucking Josh McDaniels playbook.
Exactly.
But that's also that also goes to what Ben was saying. Like, you know, we have to put it in perspective. We have a 4th round rookie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be a 5th round.
He's
We
going to
went-
be
we
up and
reached
down.
for
You
him.
know what I'm saying?
We also reached for him. He's supposed to be a 5th round, so we also reached on him. We got him in the 4th round.
Yeah, there you go. All right,
That's all
so
Go ahead,
all
Rob.
right, so we are here right now. So this is my show right now, which is
Yeah, this is your
Civil
show.
Paris,
Tell the people. This is
because
Rob.
we just had RaiderBen, also Peso, and RaiderTwan right now. So the last topic is gonna be like really huge, important, because we just see like another great example. All right, so there you go right now. All right, so this right here,
Right
2
there.
years ago, John Maiden just passed away.
Man,
It became a big, important, huge part of the Raiders' history, because right now we're talking about from John Maiden's impact for the organization, for the Raiders. I mean, that man, he just won the first ever Super Bowl in 1977 against for the Vikings. And since then, he just became like the head coach for the Raiders. I mean, the impact is so unique. You cannot stop him. You cannot erase for the history. I mean, I just wanted to have like the moment they have the opinion about how the John Maiden impact the history of the Raiders. So let's just start with RaiderBen, also RaiderTwan, and Peso about the impact on John Madden on the Raiders. So let's just start with RaiderBen with the impact of John Madden.
You know, I think we're right around the anniversary too from when he passed away.
he died. He died on the 28th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right around the anniversary. Oh, it was the 28th? For surely. So that's the anniversary. So yeah, RIP to John Madden. You know what I'm saying? He's when it comes to, you know, the Raiders and our legacy, right? Like it kind of all starts with Al Davis, and then you look at like John Madden, right? John Madden, the most winningest coach in NFL history. You know what I'm saying? You know, was you know, obviously backed out way too soon, in my opinion. I feel like he should have coached for longer, but for whatever reason he backed out. You know, and then was obviously, you know, a great announcer. Him and fucking what was it, fucking Pat Summerall. They were great announcers, right? So, you know, his legacy is spread across the entire NFL, obviously, from the Madden football game. When you talk about the NFL, I feel like you can't avoid, you know, talking about John Madden. And his imprint will always be, you know, on this Raiders team. He was always around the building and shit when he was alive. So yeah, man, it's huge. I mean, John Madden is like the epitome of a Raider outside of Al Davis, in my opinion. He epitomized what it meant to be a Raider. So
yep. Also,
I,
the Richard one, you're next about
yeah,
the impact of John
yeah.
Madden.
I second everything that Ben has said, but I'll add a little more. I think that he identifies yeah, we identify with Al Davis, and again when you after you think about Al Davis, what's the next person you think about? And for me it is John Madden, you know,
Yep.
and how the culture um, of the Raiders, the brand is kind of really ingrained, kind of around John Madden. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of us even and trying to bring it back to current time. I think a lot of people are in love with AP because there's a lot of characteristics that John Madden had as a coach in
It's a great
regards
point.
to players and his relationship with players.
Yep.
It's similar to what we're seeing
Platinum
right
smoke
now
cigars and shit. Madden was doing that same shit.
with AP, where
Yep.
players back then were, rough around the edges, but John Madden knew how to, talk to those guys and knew what made them
Yep.
tick and made them, did whatever he needed to do to have them function. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing AP pull Jack Jones to the side when he gets a little hyphy and
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, is yelling even at our third and fourth stringers when they're on the field, because he's no matter what, if they're on the field, he expects for them to produce. So John Madden is definitely, you know, some people see him for the video games, but he's really an image on what a coach should be. Whether you play football, whether you coach basketball, whatever, those attributes of John Madden as a person and as a coach, I think a lot of people take a little bit from that. So,
All right, thanks a lot, Juan. And Peso, same question: the impact of John Madden with the Raiders organization in the whole football.
Well, you guys see him as like a video game guy. I see him as like a Miller Lite and a Kool-Aid guy. Oh yeah, breaking through the shit on the commercials. But in all seriousness, no, John Madden is the persona of what the Raiders really are. He built the defense. He's the one who built that 76 team, and that defense and all of that stuff carried over into obviously 80 and obviously Madden left his mark all over the NFL, and he was a phenomenon all himself, smoking cigarettes on the sideline, yelling at the referee, doing all kinds of off the ball stuff. Really the best thing
Juan, you got some feedback, brother.
Let the players be who they were, and that's why he was so successful. He let the players. It's one thing to let the players be what they are, but it's another thing for them to show up on game day and do what they have to do too. Like, you can't just let players do what they want to do and then not have to show up to play. So as long as you showed up to play, Madden didn't care what you were doing. He didn't care what time you came in. Just do the job done. You get it done.
So to piggyback off what Pizzle was saying, right? That's one thing that I agree 100% with what Raider Twan said, bro. Like, this is, as long as the team goes out there and performs, Antonio Pierce is going to let you be yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Antonio Pierce is the complete opposite of what Josh McDaniels was.
Yep.
Josh McDaniels sucked the fun out of playing football.
There you go.
Antonio Pierce makes it fun to play football.
Because
they know if they go out there and win, they get days off. They get to smoke cigars and make the whole shit smell like cigars, smoke big woods. You know what I'm saying? They get to be themselves. Their personality comes out, and what happens with that is when you get more comfortable in the locker room and around your guys, bro, you guys bond a little bit better, bro, and it makes you a better product on the football field. And that's
Madden was a linebacker coach too.
Exactly. That's what Antonio Pierce brings. He's like, you feel me? Like, y'all can go out there and do y'all shit, but just make sure on Sunday you're ready to play.
Yeah, when you need to come
and Antonio Pierce, since the players respect him so much, since he carries that aura when
they don't want to let him down.
Building. Yeah, exactly, bro. He's a Super Bowl champion, like all, bro. They don't want to let him down, exactly, bro. So they go on and put on for Antonio Pierce, which you guys are seeing on the football field, on the defensive side of the defensive side of the ball. That's all Antonio Pierce. That's the swagger that Antonio Pierce lets off. Because that's the kind of defense that they played in New York. It was smash mouth football. And he said himself when he got the job, dude, like no, everybody counted the Giants out that year, bro. They went to the fucking playoffs at 8-8 and won a Super Bowl against an undefeated Patriots team.
There you go.
So who's to say the Raiders can't do it? And he's preached that to this team, and this team believes, and we've said it over and over again, this team has talent. We just need to bring somebody in that knows how to be a leader, best out of these guys.
We got no quarterback play right now.
There you go. All right.
But
so
hopefully this week is another week. We didn't have to throw the ball last week. We got 144 yards with the run. We were able to beat them down with the defense and with the run. And we actually went in there and beat the shit out of them, unlike they've ever had the shit kicked out of them in the last 5-6 years since Mahomes has been there. Think about that. Andy Reid's got outcoached by an interim rookie head coach, bro. And a rookie
and Patrick Graham fucking put their fucking offense in a box.
You know what I'm saying? Think about that. I mean, it wasn't just
Mahomes. That's what we need,
pissed
bro.
off. You seen Andy Reid was fucking yelling at him too. He's fucking pissed off because he can't believe that he just got outcoached by a guy who's just got there eight games ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he won the first one, but he lost the second one.
Yeah, that was classic.
It is what it is.
Like I said, bro, that's the reason why I'm all in for AP, because Antonio Pierce has done something that the Raiders haven't been able to do but one other time in 20 years, which was beat Kansas City in Kansas City. And that's like I said, bro, at the end of the day, the number one goal is obviously the winning the Super Bowl, right? But the number 2 goal is winning your division to get into the playoffs and trying to secure that number 1 seed, so you can get that first.
So they have to come through our so we got to go on
the only way we have a chance to win this division is we got to go out and show that we can compete with Kansas City, and we just showed that we can compete with Kansas City defensively. We can compete with them. Imagine if we had an offense, bro. Imagine if we had an offense that could score points. We'd have beat the shit out of Kansas City. We'd have beat the dog shit out of them, because I said this countless times. These finesse teams are offensively finesse teams, right? And I say this because the 49ers, dude, their defense is somewhat physical, but their offense is super finesse. The Chiefs' offense is super finesse. Mm-hmm. The Rams' offense is super finesse. All these new age coordinators, all they want to do is beat you at speed and beat you to the edge and beat you that way, right? So you know how you beat teams like that? You punch them in their fucking mouth.
Yep.
You go out there, oh, you want to run away from me, bitch? Well, guess what happens when I catch you? I'm cleaning your shit. You get that intimidation, right? That's how the Ravens just beat the fuck out the Niners, because they out-physicaled them. The same reason why we beat the fucking Chiefs, because the Chiefs are better than us, but we fucking out-physicaled them. They couldn't match our physicality, bro. We fucking punched them in the fucking mouth. Antonio Pierce said it in the pregame that, you feel me, how we beat the team is by beating them, out-physicaling them, make them hurt, make pain, all that shit, bro. That's how you beat them. And he spoke back. And Jack Jones said the same shit. You want to know how you stop the fucking Chiefs? You shut down that bitch-ass quarterback. You make him run for his fucking life. Don't let him get comfortable, and you'll beat those motherfuckers, dude. That's it. And it's crazy because these motherfuckers called it. And we've been saying the same shit. Shake up Mahomes. You feel me? Shake up Mahomes and fucking and you be good.
Yep.
And punch him in the mouth physically.
There you go. There you go right now. There you go.
But for some reason, the difference between the defense and week 1 through 3 or 4 and between 5 and now is a world of difference. Because everybody wanted to fire Patrick Graham in the beginning of the year because they were just playing like crap. But we were patient. Thank God we were patient, and it's gelled together like we thought it would later on in the year. That's what it takes, time for people to learn how to play together, get to know each other. Now, every time you bring in a new person, it's somebody new that's got to learn. You got to learn how you think. That's how you become
there you go.
Go ahead, Twan. I'm sorry.
There you go. Oh, you're gonna say something now, Twan, because I hear an echo.
I hear an echo, Twan. Here's an echo. You got the feedback.
Yeah.
Oh, you sound
Yeah.
like you're in a tomato can right now, G.
Yeah, you sound like it'll be Quesada right now. So I know this is happening right now because we just had 47 minutes and we just got like more minutes more. So
We got
I know
more
this is
minutes.
gonna happen. Yeah, more minutes to talking about for the Raiders football, but I have another one that's coming into it.
Oh, fuck that person. Who the fuck is that? He ain't even got an avatar. He goes suck a dick. Who the fuck is that?
Raiders.
Oh, that's my boy, though.
Hey,
Never mind. All the
hey,
rest of y'all can go suck a dick. Never mind. That's
hey.
Nutty Bitter Nate in the building. What's good with you? What?
Hey, you bitches got my money?
You got my money,
Yeah,
ho?
my
You
money.
feel me? You've been gone for 4 weeks, motherfucker.
Where's my money at, ho?
What's up,
I'm
Nate?
broke.
Salute to you.
Yeah. What's happening?
What's cracking?
Yeah.
Bro, we were talking that Raiders shit, bro.
I see. Y'all having fun. I had to come say what's up to my dogs.
Oh, you already know what time it is, bro.
Yeah, there you go. So
Holding it
Nutty, I had a
down, brother.
question.
You know what time
All
it
right,
is.
so Nutty, just wanted to have you. What's the point for the Raiders versus Chiefs? Because that was like a perfect Christmas day. Also, give you the thoughts that about for the keys to the victory between Raiders versus Colts on New Year's Eve, and the impact of John Maiden to the Raiders organization. So there you go.
Hey, I don't think so. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't like the way everybody's dogging AOC, our rookie quarterback.
Yeah, me neither.
It's kind of sad. Like he's out there.
You motherfuckers can never be happy, goddammit.
Yeah, he's out there working with this faulty ass offense. You know what I mean? Fucking this bullshit playbook. It's kind of modified, right? But it's really not.
Makeshift offensive line.
Basics. Yeah, makeshift offensive line. Injuries everywhere.
Shitty ass center play.
Hey,
No running back.
the ball. Receivers dropping the ball.
Receivers dropping the ball.
Star receivers dropping the ball. Hey, AOC has a nice deep ball, guys. I've noticed that over the last couple of games. It's there. The guy just got to go get it. That's going to come with timing when we get better timing. So, I like what we're doing. I have a lot of faith in AOC. I don't think he's quite ready. I understand that. You know what I mean? He has some struggles. He's a rookie. I get it, but he's our guy right now. He's winning us our games. He beat our fucking rivals. I was juiced, bro.
He did something as a rookie that Derek Carr only did once in 10 years.
Negative 50 yards. I don't give a fuck, bro. We won the game. We got the dub. We got the fuck out of there. We're celebrating, and I feel good all week. So fuck with y'all. If y'all hating on AOC still, then hey, you might want to subscribe to me because I got some shit to talk about.
Drop the mic, buddy. Drop the mic, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's just like another
I
mic
couldn't have said that better myself. As much as Aiden O'Connell didn't play well, y'all motherfuckers be hating on him like he was trash or something. Yep. Like he ain't trash.
Bullshit. It's bullshit, bro. It's straight bullshit.
Like, can y'all just be happy that we beat Kansas City? Like, god damn, bro. Like, I feel like I know. Motherfuckers try to say it's our Super Bowl, and no, it's not.
Kansas
City. He made some really nice throws on the dot. On the dot, hit the receivers in their hands. It gave us that Jacoby Myers deep ball pass on the right sideline when he that 50-50 ball. Jacoby Myers ran up, he almost had it. So we're just what I mean. He makes that catch, and it's a different game, bro. He gets his rhythm, gets some confidence. His guys start catching more balls. It's a team thing. I understand. We were kind of on Derek Carr's helmet for the longest, but Derek Carr had 9 years, so there was a difference there. I had Derek Carr's back his rookie year, so fuck what y'all talking about.
No, fucking Aiden O'Connell did only have like 60 yards, but still, who gives a fuck? We won the game.
65 yards.
Yeah. Who cares? The dub. We got the dub. What the fuck you all crying about?
That's all that matters at the end of the day, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Antonio Pierce said the game plan was run the ball and play defense. What the fuck did we do? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, facts, bro. And that's what we got to do, bro.
Hey, that's respectfully too. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm
kind of
respectfully.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me see him back right now. Can you see? All right. I just came back right now, so it's fun.
Yeah, we gotta continue. We just gotta. I feel like the most physical teams are always there at the end of the year. It's just is the most physical team in the league healthy? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we waited until we got rid of McDaniels to start being a physical football team. So kind of put us behind the 8 ball.
Hey, I heard you talking about Garoppolo earlier, man. I had to disagree with you. That's kind of what motivated me to come up right now. I was like, no, Garoppolo ain't helping our offense. Because those safeties are gonna sell out to get 8-9 in the box,
No, you're right. I didn't think about that.
It's a wrap, bro. It's a different game with Garoppolo in there. AOC has a threat, bro, and that deep ball, it's a threat, and teams fare it regardless if the guys catch it or not. So,
yeah, I forgot all about that fucking noodle ass arm. That's how long it's been. Like, yeah, fucking.
Despite how accurate Aiden O'Connell has been lately, it's still a surprise to the defense. So they gotta respect it, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if you can throw the ball over 25 yards, you got to respect that shit. Because Jimmy Garoppolo can't do that shit.
Do
not consistently. He can. He might be able to throw 3 or 4 passes a game, 1 per quarter.
Yep. Fuck Garoppolo, bro. I never want to see him on the field ever again.
I mean, we can't play him, man. We got it because we got to see what Aiden O'Connell has. He's going to be on this team for the long term, and why not?
He has a completion after the first quarter because that's going to be important.
Hey, sad thing is too, he still might be on the roster next year. I'm talking about
Aiden O'Connell's for sure going to be on the roster next year.
I'm talking about Garoppolo.
No, they got to cut him. Take that $13 million cap hit and cut him.
I don't know. Maybe.
Hopefully. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, though. Like, if we're gonna take a cap hit, it's either $13 million cap hit or $13 million to keep him as a backup. You might as well just pay him $13 million to keep him as a backup.
Yeah,
and the Raiders will probably have the best backup in the NFL.
And I think that's how it's going to play. And I think we'll probably from that point we might have one of the strongest quarterback rooms after we get whoever quarterback we get, because.
Yeah, Hoyer's gone for sure.
It's going to be a battle between Aiden O'Connell and whoever comes in, and whoever comes in, they're either going to be a starter for us or they may be the emergency quarterback.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do you guys think the Raiders would rather go out there and draft a quarterback or get a veteran quarterback? Say trade for Justin Fields or pick up like a Kirk Cousins or something.
All right, so I just wanted to say.
Go ahead, Rafa.
Yeah, I would say because we just gotta keep it and Aiden O'Connor, which is AOC.
Because we're probably not going to have a great first round pick at this point if we keep winning. So
I'm good with that, bro. I'm good with that.
Me too.
I'm good with that too. I don't care. I want to keep winning.
We don't have good history with rookies, and our hand is hot right now. Let's keep it rolling.
We've only drafted 2 first round pick quarterbacks in the history of our franchise. Jamarcus Russell, and who was going to do Todd Marinovich or some shit.
Yeah, that was Al Davis's thing, bro. He was just a guru like that. He can get a kind of a
he was just bringing that veteran. He was almost like what the Broncos have been trying to do. You know what I'm saying? The Broncos have been trying to do that with Peyton Manning, just bring in the veteran quarterback from another team. And
who was the last first round draft pick he drafted?
Jamarcus Russell,
who can throw the ball 80 yards on his knee.
80 yards, yeah.
He just all he cared about is if you had a good arm, a decent long ball, deep ball.
And it's crazy because the 1 year, in my opinion, that he got away from what he did best, bro. Because if he wanted height, weight, speed, all that shit, he should have took Calvin Johnson. But the fucked up thing is I think he thought what Raider fans thought is we didn't have a quarterback. So he was like, this dude's big, fast, strong, and he plays quarterback. This guy's big, fast, strong, and plays wide receiver. We need a quarterback. I'm taking the quarterback.
I think also Al Davis is a prideful guy, and people were telling him not to. And
Lane Kiffin told him not to.
He was like, "Fuck that, I can do it. Watch me."
Yeah, Lane Kiffin was like, "Don't draft him, dog. Draft." And that's what ultimately ended Lane Kiffin's job. Not only did I think his last game was against the Chargers. There was that game where he sent Sebastian Janikowski out there to kick like a 72-yard field goal. He got fired after that game, and they said that it was because fucking a lot of it had to do obviously because of his record, but because he was bashing heads with Al Davis because Al Davis wanted Jamarcus and he wanted Calvin Johnson, and he was right.
Let's see for the comments right now. All right, so let's see what the comments Roland does say. We still had to add a quarterback earlier in the draft. Lay OC and the rookie battle for the starting spots. Also, what I took it to say, flush Jimmy.
Yeah, they got to do that.
Also, I forgot to say, Russ is on the market probably too.
Nah, fuck him. That's fuck him. Fuck him.
No, we're not gonna use it to Russell Wilson. Also, Jerry to say, I'll trade for Justin Fields. He's young. He got an arm. He's used his feet just like Lamar Jackson. We can daily field Adams, Jacobs, Myers talking Renfro. And let's see what are the guys. All right, so
fuck Renfro. Trade his bum ass.
Yeah. Also, Raider to say. 1978, Kenny Stabler, Raiders pick, became the best quarterback in the 70s.
Yeah, right? The home of the 70s. You ain't lying.
Also our license.
Fuck Alabama. Fuck Alabama.
Yeah, I know. It's all about fuck Alabama, but it's about to be fuck hardball in Michigan in a minute. We're about to go over there. We're going to roll them up. Tide's about to roll. I would trade. Roll on down to Texas or or Northwestern. Whoever wins next, the Tide's going to roll.
I would trade Justin Fields. I would trade for Justin Fields if we can get him for anything but a first round pick. I'm not giving. Fields.
I was watching him play a little bit last week. He's got a few.
He ain't got no talent around him, dude. His offensive line.
He's got a few things.
He's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to cost too much money. Bro.
Yeah, you're right, Nate. In like 2 years, yeah.
We need a lot. We need a few more. We still need a few more pieces. I'm not willing to sell the house for a quarterback.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would trade a second for him and let him come in here and compete. Fuck yeah, I would in the draft like the best defensive player.
Something like that, yeah. No doubt.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. Like if it comes like that for a second and let him come in here, compete with Aiden, and then draft the best defensive player where we're at, bro, I'm with that.
We're in a tough position. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody would love to have the quarterback of the future. You know what I'm saying? Draft a quarterback, but we have so many other things to address. You know what I'm saying? Draft wise, that doesn't really matter if we get a quarterback this time. You know what I'm saying? Like we could, like, you know, I don't want to go that route particularly, but you know. Would it hurt if we did have a Cousins come in here or somebody and actually get draft defensive guys and get our offensive line together and all those other pieces that we've been saying that we really, really, really needed for this team? You know what I'm saying? Because I think, to be honest, we just need somebody. We just need a quarterback that can do a basic job. The way, especially the way
he's got to make plays when he has to make plays.
Just manage. We don't need the superhero. We just need somebody to come in here and don't mess up.
That's why AOC couldn't work out.
We need to make plays.
Very expensive.
We're all talking. My bad.
You know, when you got to make that big third down throw, we got to be able to make that throw. We got to be able to make that. We got to be able to get that done.
I could see AOC gets a little nervous in the pocket. I
understand he's still a rookie, Nate. I'm not busting his chops about. Yeah. I'm not busting his chops. I understand he's a rookie and stuff. Yeah. I just, 10 incompletions and no completion after the first quarter is just
unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah. You're right. No doubt. I'm
not blaming it all. I know people drop balls and stuff too.
But that's another factor.
Game.
Yeah.
It's an offense. It's the whole offense's fault. It's not just him. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, he was able to carry the load, right? Samir White got in there, ate up the time, which is what we've always said we're going to have to do. We're going to have to pound the ball on them, and we're going to have to keep them off the field. That's how you keep it a low-scoring game.
Yeah, there you go.
That GM, whoever we get, I hope it's Champ Kelly, but whoever our GM is definitely going to have to make his money, because we got a lot of big things that we got.
So let me ask you this, right? Everybody wants to bring in Hardball, but if we bring in Hardball, you think he's going to keep Patrick Graham? You guys want to get rid of Patrick Graham? You think he's going to keep all this stuff that we got around us? Because I think if he comes in, he's going to get rid of Patrick Graham, and he's going to want to shake everything up.
All that's going to be gone. All that's going to be gone if we get Harbaugh.
I agree, and I'm not willing to give that up.
I heard Michigan offered Harbaugh like $140 million, bro. He ain't leaving that
extension,
bitch. Yeah, he ain't leaving that bitch.
Yeah, no,
he's not going to leave him. He was just like on the par for the college football.
And he's got that. He's got it. That dude's a god at Michigan, dude. He don't want that. He's a narcissist, bro. Like, he loves being at Michigan. He would want to be a narcissist in Vegas. He would want to come in and be the head coach, the GM, the fucking everything, the owner. Like,
everything.
I wouldn't be. I'm gonna be real though. I wouldn't be against it. You know what I'm saying? We let fucking John Gruden do it. Jim Harbaugh's won a fucking Super Bowl doing it with the Niners, and when he took over the Niners, everybody like, oh, he's gonna tear everything down. When he went to the Niners, he didn't tear everything down. He kept Alex Smith and Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman and Justin Smith and Alden Smith. And, You feel me? Michael Crabtree and Vernon Davis. He kept all those dudes. And he went to a Super Bowl with them. So that's the reason why I'd be willing to bring in Harbaugh. Plus, his first ever coaching gig in the NFL was with the Raiders as a quarterback coach under John Gruden. So I would love to bring him on. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think it's going to happen because Michigan's going to give him an offer he can't refuse.
And the Bears, he's already been talking to the Bears too.
I'm like, fuck it. Well, let's just rock with AP because I know the players love Antonio Pierce. I don't know if they're going to.
I think at this point it's being impossible for Harbaugh to win the locker room over with the way that AP's got it rolling right now. I think it'd be hard for any.
Harbaugh's got a mean streak about him too. He's just more of an he's an offensive guy. He's a quarterback guru. Harbaugh's a quarterback.
Harbaugh's got it. Harbaugh's got it made where he's at. He's getting hella money. He's getting hella money to all he really has to worry about over there.
He's got to beat up on kids. Ohio State. Beat up on men.
All he has to do is beat on. All he has to do is beat Ohio State, and he's good.
Yeah.
That's all they care about over there at Michigan is to beat Ohio State, and that's it.
You ain't lying. Ohio and Michigan State. That's the only two they care about beating.
So,
and he's got 140 something million. Yeah,
you telling me I can make 100 and something million just to beat one or two teams a year?
I'm there. As long as I beat those guys, we got a job. Hella.
Also, we just got a comment right now. Now Harbaugh wants a year deal in full control. He wants NFL team to offer more what Michigan offer him.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, unfortunately. I mean, Harbaugh's a good coach, but that's not gonna happen.
Also,
he hasn't coached in the league in fucking
5 years?
2018.
More than 5 years.
No, it's been longer than that. 2016, probably. It's been a while, bro.
Yeah, it's been like a while.
How long has Shanahan's been there since like 2017 or some shit? Yeah. Whenever they built Levi's, he was there 2 years before Levi's. He's the reason why they built Levi's was because of Harbaugh. Because Harbaugh turned that franchise around. They started making money. They started going to the playoffs. And Harbaugh was able to build them a stadium. As soon as they built that stadium, Harbaugh was like, all right, I'm out. Patrick Willis was like, all right, I'm out. Justin Smith was like, all right, I'm out. Motherfucking Michael Crabtree was like, all right, I'm out. Frank Gore was like, all right, I'm out. And that fucking team crumbled. You know what I'm saying? And then Jimmy Garoppolo turned that franchise around like fucking 3 years later when fucking Shanahan and fucking old buddy fucking Lynch were about to be out of that bitch, bro. They were about to be fired. Yep. They made a desperate fucking call for Jimmy Garoppolo. Then Jimmy Garoppolo won like 6 or 7 games in a row and then took it to a Super Bowl. And then,
yeah.
Also, Joe Raider to say Chokers are not going after Harbaugh after he saved full control.
With 9 minutes left.
Yeah. Also, Jesse Cardina said you can give AFA 2 year, $2 million and still say shitload of money. If you can do it after 2 years, then you can go after something big. I agree with that. Also, Jesse Cardina said Mark Davis.
Rafa, I cook dinner. Right. Pizzle, Nate.
You cutting out? Right on, baby.
Yeah, I gotta go cook dinner. I gotta go to bed in like 2 hours. I'm gonna go make dinner and shit and eat and shit. Then I'll be live tomorrow. Pizzle. I mean, Rafa, if you want to pull up to the podcast and shit, feel free to pull up. Maybe we'll get Nate and Pizzle
tomorrow night, right, Gunther?
Yeah, tomorrow night, 7:30.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
All right, chat. Peace out. Subscribe.
Yeah, peace out.
All right. Have a good one, Ben. And of course, we just had a 1 hour right now. So I just wanted to give my last thoughts about for the Raiders versus Colts. We had established the running game. We had to make the pressure, also make the defense of the offense could build in the better. So, I mean, this is a great opportunities to make it to the playoffs because we just had 2 games left against Colts and, of course, Denver Broncos. And I just wanted to say it before I had to shut this down right now. So thank you very much for having us on this stream right now. So the first I got I was getting there. Oh, it's in an echo. All right. So first I got to tell you thanks for the band for pulling us on this stream right now. So thanks everybody. And of course, thank you, Pistol, Raider Twan. Also, now you're Raider by Nate. Also, I will see you there, you guys, on tomorrow. Also, we just see for the comments right now. Yes. Also, we just see for the comments, J. Duff, Letstown, Jesse Cardenas, Joe Raider. Also, there's much love in this chat right now. So I just wanted to tell you thank you guys for joining us at this special edition of Silver and Black Experience with Rafael Chasinas, no es el Capitan Rafucho. And right now I had to go to go to see right now, so I just wanted to make it short. But I just wanted to tell you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Colts, fuck the Denver Broncos, and have a blessed night. My name is Rafael Chasinas, no es el Capitan Rafucho, and I'm not here alone because right now I just have RaiderBen, the most dangerous content creator, and he provides the best play-by-play, because he's just providing all this play-by-play stuff, and it's just like, dude, he's amazing. And he referenced all the crease and I say, well, that was wide open. It was like fantastic. So much love and respect to RaiderBen. Also, Pistol, Raider Twan, much love and blessings. Also, Nutty Raider Nate. Also, much love to you. Also, it's been like another episode of Simple Black Experience with your host, Rafael Chasinas, no es el Capitan Rafucho. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Raider Nation for life, motherfuckers. Peace out.
Raiders.
Raiders.